Hello, my name is Howard Breyer, and today we will look at one particular building in Miami Beach, the building at 1450 Collins Avenue. Through the years, it has taken on many guises, giving it quite an interesting story. The building was erected in 1940 on the cusp of World War II. The prevailing style of architecture in Miami Beach at the time was Art Deco, and this is a streamlined Art Deco building. The architect was Henry Hohauser, pictured here. He was one of the leading Art Deco architects who worked in Miami Beach, designing over 300 buildings, including the Colony, Cardozo, and Park Central hotels on Ocean Drive. The building was opened to the public on December 24, 1940, as Hoffman's Cafeteria. Cafeterias were very popular in mid-century Miami Beach. Here is a Miami Herald article on that date touting the opening. It had room for 500 patrons, mostly self-service, but had a small sit-down restaurant section. During World War II, when Miami Beach became a large Army training facility, the building was taken over by the Army and used as a mess hall for troops who were training here. After the war, it reverted back to the cafeteria. This is a scene during the war where you could see several soldiers standing in front of the building. The building was featured in the 1959 movie A Hole in the Head, starring Frank Sinatra, who played a hotel owner in Miami Beach, and Edward G. Robinson. In the scene, Sinatra is taking Dorothy Parker to Hoffman's.
Believe me, they all look at me. I did something terrible. Now, I'm a plain man. Maybe I said it wrong. I'm sorry.
Well, I'm
now,
sorry.
if I hurt your feelings, I apologize.
No,
Mrs. Rogers,
all right.
how would you like to take a walk and I'll buy you a cup of coffee?
All right, if you want to.
One second. Jerry Marks calls. I'll be at Hoffman's having a coffee.
You know, he's really a nice fellow. He'd make you very good.
All right. Wait a minute, will you? What are you so touchy about?
What is it you want from me?
What'd I give you, a handful of worms?
Look, why did you want to meet me?
Hi, Mrs. Rogers.
Oh, hello, Mendy.
Hey, Mendy. Tony. You know him? Hey, look out for him, Mrs. Rogers. He's a tiger. Come on in. I'll buy you coffee. I can't. I'm working. Big deal. So you blow a quarter fare. Hey, Jerry's in town, you know? Yeah, I read about it in the papers. He's the tightest man on the beach.
Big changes were in store for the building beginning in the 1970s, reflecting the big changes occurring in Miami Beach in this era. The city went from a retirement community to a trendy resort for a much younger crowd. In the mid-1970s, the building came to be home of the Warsaw Ballroom, a dance hall for senior citizens. In 1986, it became a high-end supper club called OVO at the Warsaw Ballroom. The popular 1980s television show Miami Vice did a lot of filming on location in Miami Beach. 1450 Collins was featured in several episodes, including Red Tape, Rising Sun of Death, Walk Alone, and Made for Each Other. For the 1986 episode Little Miss Dangerous, the building was transformed into Sex World. The building became home of the China Club. Here is a scene on opening night, October 8, 1987. It had the same ownership as the very successful China Club in New York. However, the Rock and Roll Club in Miami Beach lasted only 1 year before declaring bankruptcy. After a short stint as the Rhythm Club and being closed for several years, the Warsaw Ballroom, a gay club, opened in 1989. Gay clubs were flourishing in Miami Beach in this era, and the Warsaw was the most well-known. It was said that the basic business plan was music plus alcohol plus sex equals money. The Warsaw's theatrical legacy includes live, artistic, pseudo-S&M performances that degenerated into the real thing being performed on stage, requiring the owners to kill the lights and separate the performers, generating an unending list of warnings, citations, and fines from the city. After a decade, the Warsaw Ballroom closed in 1999. In 2000, the building was transformed once again, becoming Jerry's Famous Deli. The first Jerry's Famous Deli opened in 1978 in Studio City, California. It made a reputation for itself by serving authentic New York deli offerings. The Miami Beach location, much like the California deli, capitalized on the fact that many New Yorkers, both here on vacation and on a more permanent basis, would miss the mile-high corned beef, pastrami, and brisket sandwiches made famous by Manhattan institutions like Katz's and Carnegie Deli. Jerry's had a good run, closing in 2014. The building was most recently the home of Senor Frog's, the Mexican-themed bar and grill in many tourist destinations. It closed just after COVID started in 2020. Unfortunately, the building is now empty, but I'm confident that things will pick up and the building will once again be vibrant.